Hi, it's Martin from Martin's Engine Services. Just thought I'd give you a little update on what's happening with the transit body rebuild. And here we can see the front section of the body laying upside down on the bench. I fabricated the basics of it on the vehicle and had the beam here bolted on, and I welded these sections in. Got all this set up ready, and just brought it in here, turned it upside down so I can weld the plate all the way around from the inside. I have welded the plate on from the other side with lots of spot welds. I've drilled through the plate with some big 13mm holes, and I've plug welded it, and I've tacked around the sides. This plate here is actually laminated of 3 layers now of 2mm thick. There's 2 sheets over the whole thing, and there's an extra layer where the winch sits. I put a gusset in here to support it, and the winch also bolts through this cross member here. You see I put some crush tubes in, so because this isn't ultra thick and it will squash up when you bolt up to it. I put the header rail on. I cleaned this piece up from the old body, cleaned up really well, and I've tack welded it here, and likewise I've welded it inside all the way along. I've got to seal up all these joins, of course. Some of this I'll seal now before I put it on the truck. Some will be sealed afterwards, because obviously I've got some more welding to do. Like the side rails here have got to go on. A couple of other bits and pieces have got to be attached, and some bits of welding from the top. But I want to paint all this up so I can really get to it, so I know it's not going to go rusty again. I'm a great lover of literally pouring the paint into all these seams and letting it run out, and it's been dripping out all along here and everywhere, so we know that they are thoroughly painted. I can't easily flip it over at the moment because this has now become an exceptionally heavy item, and it's definitely now a 2-person job. So I'm going to finish painting that and sealing it in, tomorrow in the week, and it can then go on the truck. So moving on to how I've been doing with the truck, and I've been spending today mostly finishing off the painting. So I've got all the section in the back of the cab painted, and across there's finished. Given the whole chassis section in the middle here, giving this whole area a good paint up. I think it's had 3 or 4 coats in places. I've literally piled the paint into all the gaps and corners, so no any water can get in. I will be squirting a little bit of wax oil in here before the body goes on, just to be on the safe side, but that's all completely done. Just tidying up the wheel carrier at the moment. I got a bit carried away this morning with the black paint, painted up the spring anchors and stuff, so yeah, just try and get it all in order. While I've got the body off, I'm cleaning a few other bits and pieces up just to make sure everything's in order, and we're ready to go. All these sections here are ready to be welded, so obviously I've got to adjust this side a little bit. Just got to clean up across here where the joint's going to be, and where I've staggered the joint there and all the rest of it, but this is basically ready to receive the body. So it's basically bring the section in, get it set up and bolted on, and then I've got to set up some angle arm coming from here that runs all the way through to the front of the body, and that's for the deck to sit on. And then once the deck arm's going to fit afterwards. Once that's all done, I've got a couple of bits to do in the middle, and then I can put the side rails on and complete the outer structure. The deck itself can be sat in at a later stage once all this front section is done, and a lot more sealing and painting. Cleaned up a few other bits and pieces, just going around having a little tidy up, and here's some of the old parts from the original body which I've de-rusted, and just a quick coat of red oxide, and there's a bit over there. But I'm pleased to report all the horrible grinding and rusty nastiness is over, so that's one stage ticked off the box. I think the poor old MIG welder's just about cooled down after the punishment he's had over the last week, and I've got to say that I've had this old Clark welder now for about 7 years, I suppose, and it really has been a fantastic machine for the money. My father had one and bought one of these, and I was very impressed by it. And as soon as my trusty old snap-on welder gave up, I decided to buy one of these, and I've got to say, very impressive machine for its size. I'm very pleased with that. So, and it really has earned its keep in the last week. Anyhow, what else we got going on? Ah, yes, here we have a Roper 11 horsepower ride-on mower. Well, it used to be a ride-on mower, and it's now used by a gentleman as just as a tractor for moving around in his little small holding plot. In fact, he's got a plot with a pal of his, and they've got two of these that they've adapted for use. I actually sold them this about a year ago. I picked this up as a non-runner and did a few repairs on it, and he wanted a new machine, and it's been great, and he's been really pleased with it. He's made some great adaptations. He's got a bracket down here for his umbrella. He's got a fold-down luggage rack he's made on the back, and a mount for the orange flashing light on the front. So he loves it. He says it's great, and it saves him walking up and down his field, and why not? I took the deck off for him, mower deck off for him, because he didn't need that. And all that's actually happened to it at the moment is the fact it's developed a nasty oil leak, which I think is the crankshaft oil seal. Because there's all around the base of the engine, and as always it's throwing off from the pulley, so I rather suspect that's the issue. It's a nice simple engine to remove. You don't even have to take the pulley off, you just take the belt off, a couple of cables, fuel line, and undo 4 bolts and lift the engine off. So I'll take the engine off and sort it out for him. So he's asked me to give a little service up at the same time. I said, yeah, I'll do that for him, a little clean up and whatnot, just to check a few bits and pieces, but there's no other major problems with it. So I'll just tinker with it in the week and make a little job out of it. It's always nice when you sell something to somebody and they're really pleased with it, and you get a little job out of it. And I'm not looking to make vast fortunes out of repairing it, shall we say. I'd rather just basically do it for a good drink, just to keep it going and help the gentleman out. He says a very nice guy and his friend. It's always nice when you meet people like that. And a couple of characters, and not enough characters in the world, so it's quite fun to meet people who've got enthusiasm, shall we say. So I'm just looking in there to see there's a few slightly loose looking bits of wiring and the odd nut not quite right. I think I might just go over and check a few things for him just to make it safe, but that's a little bit of fun for me to play around with in the week. And in between when I'm doing the transfer, I've got a couple of other jobs coming in this week as well, so it'll be quite a busy week. But at least I'm winning the battle of man v Rust. Still, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. Just on a quick update on what's going on this beautiful, damp, say horrible bank holiday Monday. It's drizzling nicely here. In fact, the camera does make it look a lot better than it actually is, but it's a typical bank holiday. Still, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. So I'm really pleased the way my YouTube numbers are going up. The channel's doing really well, and I'm absolutely delighted with it. So thanks for watching again, and bye for now.